What is up, guys? I'm Speed Kills, and this is my updated Stamina Sorcerer PvP build for the Dragonhold patch. So we've had a lot of changes this patch. Dizzy, just offering off balance instead of a stun. Dots, reduced damage. Bound armaments, having an active damage component now. And also, the addition of some very powerful item sets. So even though we have seen some changes this patch, the overall idea of the build is still the same. We are a two-hand dual wield, medium armor, stamina sorcerer pushing high weapon damage. So the sets have changed, some of the skills have changed, but the overall idea of the build remains the same. So we're going to start off with just the basic information for the build. I chose Nord as my race just to offer me some tankiness so that I could run 2 damage sets in medium. I'm running the Serpent Mundus so that we can sustain very outnumbered fights. And I'm using the Artam Takeaway Broth, which offers max health, max stam, stamina recovery, and health recovery. All great things for a stamina sorcerer build. For our potions, I actually alternate between 2. The first one that I like to use is this Essence of Weapon Crit. Gives me major savagery, health, and stamina. And in highly outnumbered situations, my preferred potion is actually going to be the trusty Dry Potion. So we have the Essence of Health here. It gives health, magicka, and stamina. The reason I use this in highly outnumbered situations is because that magicka sustain actually translates into stamina sustain and healing, because we have a skill called Dark Deal, which allows us to change magicka for stamina. Alright, so next let's go over the item sets that we use in this build. First off, we have Bloodspawn. Next, New Moon Acolytes. This is a set that was introduced in Dragonhold. On our front bar, we have Truth. And on the back bar, we have the Blackrose dual wield. So looking at the armor, you can see all of it is medium. We have 7 medium. All of it is impenetrable. And all of it has the multi-effect enchantment, also known as a triglyph. If you look at the jewelry, all of it is infused. All of it is weapon damage. If you look at my sword, it's Dragonhold, and it has a weapon damage enchant on it. That way when we dizzy swing someone, it procs Truth, it procs the weapon damage enchant, and I'm going to follow up with the highest damage I possibly can. On the back bar, I'm running double dot poisons, also known as damage health poisons. You see that they have 2 dot effects, one for 4.5 seconds and one for 6.4 seconds. These are there just to provide the most pressure possible. Whenever these go on a target, you can definitely watch their health tick down. I did want to mention one change that I would make to the build. Currently, you see that I have a greatsword. If I had a Maul of Truth, I would be running a Maul of Truth instead, just for that extra penetration. Versus tanky targets, that can add up to a lot more damage than this greatsword. And so that's why I would use that in that situation. Also, I wanted to talk about what I would change for no CP. So it's very simple to change this build from CP to no CP. It requires the changing of 1 item set. Everything else remains the same. So I take off New Moon. I do not think New Moon is great in no CP due to the sustain. And we change it for Shacklebreaker. Shacklebreaker offers us the magicka sustain and some stamina sustain to allow us to sustain in no CP. The first skill on my bar is Dizzy Swing. People have mixed opinions about this. I love this skill now. So last patch it actually stunned whenever it hit, which allowed its stun to be predictable. By setting people off balance, you're getting a 10% damage boost to your other abilities, as well as you're getting a unpredictable stun. It's still kind of predictable, but you can set up better combos, I think, with this Dizzy Swing. Next we have Executioner. I'm using the single target morph of this patch because it does scale a lot higher. It secures kills better than the splash damage morph. Run a Rally for a burst heal, as well as giving that minor endurance, which allows me to have higher stamina recovery. Shuffle for our snare and immobilization immunity. This is for about 7 seconds since we are in 7 medium, so that's kind of the synergy there. Critical Surge, this is my favorite stamina sorcerer ability. Absolutely crazy healing, passive healing. You don't cast it, you go offensive, and you are getting those heals. It's absolutely amazing skill. Onslaught, this was actually toned down a little bit this patch. Instead of granting 12 seconds of penetration, you only get 5 seconds, but it is still such a great ultimate. Still using Quick Cloak. This is mobility. It's also a small dot, and it gives major evasion, but we're already getting that from Shuffle. And major expedition. The key to this skill, which makes it so good on this build, is that we're running the Blackrose Prison dual wield. So whenever I cast this skill, I actually get so many buffs. I get the dot, get major evasion, get major expedition, and I get the major protection from the BRP dual wield. Next we have Blood Craze. The dot portion of this is not super strong, but the healing portion is still very strong. So you can cast this on multiple enemies and get that healing heal tick from multiple enemies whenever you are fighting outnumbered. This is so much healing in an outnumbered situation. Really love this skill. Next we have Dark Deal. This is what we use to convert our magicka into stamina and health. Very good sustain tool, very good heal if you are not pressured too much. You can cast this and go all the way back to full. Hurricane. This is our armor buff. It also has a small dot that is AoE, and it gives us a movement speed bonus. So we got 10% here, we got 30% here. We are very quick moving around the battlefield. Resolving Vigor. This is our main hot, other than Crit Surge. So we actually have to cast this one whenever we need it. It lasts for 4 seconds now. You see the tooltip's pretty decent. This is unbuffed. My food is actually down as well right now. And lastly, we have Temporal Guard, which gives us minor protection. And also when we hit it, we get to go back in time. One thing to note is these ultimates are a little bit more expensive right now just because I'm running New Moon. But they are still very cheap, still very effective ultimates. The last thing I'm going to go over is CP. I wanted to make this video short, and I think I've been successful in doing that. If you want to look at a particular tree, you can just pause the video at that point and check out the CP. I'm going to start with the blue tree. Move on to the red tree. And then finally the green tree. Alright, and that is the end of the build video. I kept it short and sweet, just like I wanted to. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. If you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see me play this build or builds like this, please go to my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/speed_kills_twitch. I'll see you guys out there, and y'all have a wonderful day.